I feel very proud of the team because we knew this game was going to be difficult. When you play these type of teams, that they're good teams, that they have a lot of young players that come and just give you a lot of energy, fight. It's difficult to be able to play. So I'm extremely proud of the players on achieving this victory today, which for us were very important to get the 3 points. Because I think we started really, really well, but then in a point then all of a sudden we gave them too much space. We allowed them to be able to possess. They're a good team in possession. And then it became difficult. The final part of the first half became a difficult game because we're chasing the ball. By the second half, we were the better team. We came in, we played very well, we pressed them higher, we defended well, and in the few moments that they found something, Iva was excellent to make sure that he put the saves that he needed to put in. And I think if we a little bit more clinical, we couldn't find probably something more from the game when we had the chances that we did. So overall, the belief and the fight that we put in the second half, understanding the importance of getting these 3 points, makes me feel very proud of the group.
All right, we'll open up to questions. Katie, can you hear us?
Hey, Gio. Second half of the season, you guys are 4-3 now. 7-game unbeaten streak. You talked a lot at the break about the importance of making a second half turnaround. What have been the biggest things that have stood out?
I think first, from the break, we had the like vacation time that the guys needed to get their mind on the right place, come back, refresh, and we have seen that from the beginning, since the moment that they came back. There was an understanding that we needed to be much better than we were at the beginning of the season, and there was more emphasis on details to make sure that the guys were able to work a little harder in those details. And I think once you start getting good results, then the belief grows and the competition grows within the team as well, because now we have more players that are available. The injury guys now have been, participating, so they are pushing each other, and that make us be a better team. So I think all those things definitely have helped us to be more competitive in the second part of the season. And I think also the fact that they believe, the desire, the unity is there, and the understanding. I think one thing that is very important is the understanding that every game is going to be tough, no matter who we play in MLS, at home, away. We have to put a lot of work into it if we want to get the 3 points, and we did today.
Yeah, just one more. Dyrone has kind of had an up and down season for his standards. What did you make of his effort tonight overall?
He's been better. I've spoken about the fact that I saw him in practice being better. Every time that came into the games, he showed more. Because I agree with you. I don't think that he started the same way that he played last year. But I seen a change back again. I see him, the effort that he needed to put in. And I felt very comfortable and confident to play him today from the beginning, and he repay, with the work, and he repay with the perfect goal that we needed at that particular time to get the team with the belief that we were having in the second half. So credit to him. Then he had a yellow card. We had to take him out just in case. The game, I think, was in a moment that was too transitional, and a couple players could have gotten the second yellow. So that's why we needed to make smart decisions on Barranquilla as well. Keep others like Bravo and other players to make sure that we can finish the game. And at the end, I think Darren gave us what we needed today.
Hey, Gio. I would like to ask you a little bit about the Blanco Williamson to Santi exchange, because I would say both Williamson and Santi had amazing games today. And so I just wanted to talk to you or have you tell us about your thought process with Williamson coming in for Blanco.
Yeah. So I think in every team you have some players that are game changers. You have some that are workers. Everybody has to put the work in, but there's sometimes some players that come into the game and they give you something to change in the moments that are very difficult. And we know that Seba is capable of doing that. We know that Eric is capable of doing that. We know that Moreno has that quality as well. And then on top, when you put Jaro and the other players in, Mora and whoever plays in a higher position, they're going to give you what we need. I think we saw the moments today in which Eric also changed the game. But also, for example, Paredes coming into the second half was that player that lifted the team up at that particular moment. So that's why I always think that this team is made of the group, and the strength is always the group. But you always have these type of players like Eric, Moreno, Seba, and others that define a moment of brilliance to be able to change the game.
Yeah, you're talking about game changers there. Another one of those, Aljaz Ivacic. I believe he makes 6 saves tonight, touches that shot onto the post, the header in the first half. What can you say about how he's played since becoming the full-time starter this season?
We always believe that he had the tools to be a very good goalkeeper. And we always spoke to him that he needed to follow the process, and at some point his opportunity will come. Credit to him to be patient, to work. It was not easy. So there's days in which, you feel like I want to get a little bit more. But he did the time in regards to being patient. And he's been mature in developing. And once you get the confidence, once you play, and once you get in more minutes, and once you start getting games like today, then your confidence level goes. And then it's about working in details. It's making sure that we've seen from the beginning of the season tonight some of the things that now he's doing much, much better. And we always had that belief that he could become that goalkeeper, and he's just proven that, he's done very, very well, especially as you said today. I think that last save was huge for us. I mean, that could have tied the game 2-2, and he barely touched it in an angle that was, I think at the end, Espinosa actually told him, I don't know how you got there, but credit to him. But the good thing is, is at the end, is the group, how everybody fights for each other, and that's what I'm proud, about all of them, because whoever steps on the field, if it was David today at Bingham, he would have given everything as well to the team as well.
Sam, go ahead.
So with Sebastian Blanco suspended tonight, had to make some lineup changes. What were you hoping to see from particularly Marvin Loria and Darren Asprilla in starting? And what were you hoping to change with bringing Christian Paredes on at half? Yeah,
I mean, Loria's been practicing really well. He's been showing good quality the moments that he came into some games. Last game he came in and I thought he did very well. Asprilla's been working well. Is where you want to be sometimes, having difficult decisions to make. And I made those decisions today, giving the chance to Loria and Asprilla to start. But I felt that in the middle of the field, they were finding the space in between Eric and Chara. And I felt that if we reinforce the middle with 3 instead of keeping 2, then we could close that space, force them wide, and in what areas we can just pressure them better. And Paredes, when he came in, definitely gave us what we needed in the middle. We start pressuring a little bit higher as well, because we have 3 that could press a little bit higher. And I think the game changed completely when Paredes came in. And then I think at the end also when we made a substitution to go with 5 in the back and giving freedom to Moreno to go a little bit more and Bravo to stay a little bit more in the moments that we had the ball, I thought that change also was productive to the game. And that's when I think, the goal came, the second goal right before that. But I felt that we created many opportunities, with that system of play towards the end of the game.
Gio, this is the second game in a row you guys have come back to earn a result. What do you think that says about the mentality of the team? And then kind of on the flip side, what do you want to see from the team going forward to not put yourselves in that position every game and then start on the front foot?
Yeah, of course. I think the first question is that the team is believing. The team, doesn't matter how the game goes, the game, you have to manage what is in front of you. Sometimes it's going to go your way, sometimes it's not going to go your way. And when the opposition score a goal, then you have to make sure that you rebound quickly and you show up. And in that moment, I think is that you see the real character of a team. So I thought that today we showed a very good, a character as a team, good mentality. To come back into this game wasn't easy. But I think we have to continue to work to make sure that we don't put sometimes ourselves in that situation. And the guys, I know that they work very hard to make sure that we are always better defensively, that we can create more opportunities. In games, games you have to manage. You have to manage from beginning to end. And I thought that the guys, even in the moments that we struggle in the first half, I thought we managed it well.
All right, we have one question online. Katie?
Yeah, we're going to go to Paul Danzer.
Hey, Gio, I just was curious, how's Eric doing?
Okay, Paul, I think you asked about Eric, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So he felt something in the hamstring right at the moment that we took him out. But then when he was evaluated, it seems that it's something that not too worrisome. It seems that it's something that should be able to be available for next week, but we'll evaluate even more tomorrow. He was talking to me saying that he felt much better afterwards, maybe because of the win as well. But I believe that he should be able to be fine for this week to start training.